What's going on, guys? I got a fun video for you today, a little different than like the daily vlog style. We're gonna go mess with all this stuff. I'm gonna show you guys a new way I found to mount your shed antlers. Some of you might have seen this in a video or maybe on my Instagram. Got a lot of comments. A lot of people that follow me seem to love antlers just like I do. So these are products built by a company called Rack Hub. I've given them a try now, as you can see. And once I get this garage completely built out, I'm gonna have a whole shed antler wall. And I've always been wondering how to display shed antlers. Found a cool way, so I'm gonna show you guys all about it. You can see I've used the product before. I like it, so I got some more. One of the cool parts about the product is the antlers are removable, which all the shed guys, you know, we love to hold, smell, and fill the sheds. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna jump to the good stuff. I'm gonna show you exactly how to use the system, how to mount it, how easy it is, and what to expect. For starters, here's some of the stuff I've got. Again, this is built by a company called Rack Hub. Obviously, these guys love shed antlers and have found and designed a really nice looking way to display them. So this is called the RH1. It's a single antler holder, as you can see in the photo, just like the one I have on the wall with my whitetail. And then you got the RH2. It can mount sets, and obviously, like I've showed you, I've got an axis deer set. It can be good for deer, mule deer, whitetail deer, axis deer, etc. This is what to expect once you open the box. They got really nice packaging, as you can see, great graphics. Really well done. So you got the RH2 inside, protected in the foam. You've got the tools that you'll need and the instructions. This is what we're gonna walk you guys through, show you how to use the product and how to mount it. Also, just a heads up, I do want to let you know that the guys at Rack Hub were nice enough to offer my viewers a discount. If you're interested in these products at any time or any of the products on their website, which is rack-hub.com, enter code ERIC and you guys will save 17%. Just want to thank them for kind of working with me and sponsoring the video. All right, here you go. We're gonna follow the directions as close as we can. Step one, secure the antlers with the pedicle base facing up. I do not have a vise. As you can see, I'm going to mount this set of mule deer antlers. We're gonna start there and then we will move forward. So step number 2 is to mark the drill bit at 1 inch. This is what that looks like. Take a piece of tape, measure 1 inch and mark it. That way you're not drilling any further than you need to, because the inserts you're going to be putting in the base right here is 1 inch. Step 2 is to drill the 1 inch hole. So you're gonna want to drill as straight as the main beam as possible. You don't wanna drill it at an angle or screw that up. So the best you can, just imagine what a straight line would be. Not necessarily flat with the pedicle, because that doesn't always mean the direction that the main beam is going. I would probably want it looking something like that. Take it all the way down to the tape. Right about right. Leaves a clean hole. I know a lot of people are probably cringing. If you love antlers like me, you're like, some of you might be bothered by the fact that you have to drill a hole out, but not a big deal. I mean, these things have been in my collection probably for 10 years, just sitting in the garage or sitting on the ground, so might as well display them, and putting in a hole in them, not so much a big deal. So I'm gonna do the second one. Now we have the holes, as you can see. We're just gonna pop in the little inserts. These guys right here that come with each package. We're just gonna tap those in. Like so. I mean, there's hardly anything sticking out. Looks perfect. So we're just gonna get the second one here, tap it in. That one went in pretty smooth. So now we have the set done. That's all the damage to the antler. That's it. We live? We are live. We're changing out the drill bit for a Phillips. And if I can do this at home this easy, if you have more of a workbench or even nicer tools, which I don't know what would really change with nicer tools, but This is so easy. I'm gonna throw up the actual mounting kit. Comes with 2 screws to mount into the wall. You're gonna wanna find a stud, obviously. I have wood everywhere, so I'm just gonna throw them up. And it's not where it's gonna live permanently, so I'm not gonna get too crazy on leveling it, but in the directions it'll explain that. So here's what's cool about the system is the ball joints. We all want to mount a set of sheds. What's the first thing we do? When you find a set, the first thing you do, throw them up and you try to imagine, all right, how did that buck sit? You know, was he wider? Was he a tall, narrow buck? And you sit and stare at him, look at him, you know, the best you can and try to even them up. Sometimes you trying to match up the main beams or whatever, but you really never know unless you got pictures or you saw the buck. So all you can really do if you didn't is just guess. I would guess he sits something like that. So we're gonna try to put him on the wall and make him look exactly like we think they were on his head. One other thing to notice before I mount this is the Allen wrench it comes with is for the set screw that is found when this is on the wall is underneath. You can manually loosen it, which is nice. Once you get it where you really want it, you want to crank those down. Nothing too tight, but you do want to apply some pressure. So first thing, drill this to the wall. I'm just gonna throw this up real quick. Not perfect. That's okay. So check this out. First side, guys, this pops on here so easy. So again, loosen it with your hands, pop that in there. All right. We're just gonna kind of start somewhere and go from there. So tighten that down with just your hand. Let me get this thing a little closer for you guys. What we got? And the second side. Why not give him a couple extra inches of width? That's a little wider than he probably was. But doesn't look bad, does it? So like I said, maybe a touch wider, especially that right side's kind of bowed out, but straight on, it looks pretty dang good. So if you were happy with that, all you would do is use the Allen wrenches to screw them in. If you're unhappy, just loosen this up, move it to your desired position. Because again, it's, you know, you can rotate it. Heck, if you want to display them like this, which, dude, honestly, that might be kind of cool. You just want to display them flat, it's an option. This one's got a couple cheaters pushing it away just a little bit. But if you wanted, you could. Like that. I mean, that's kind of cool, right? A lot of pictures, you hold up a set of sheds, you face them to your buddy. But he's got some pretty sweet cheaters. So say I was happy with that, right? Take your Allen wrench, comes with the kit, and crank it down. So yeah, that's how easy you can mount a set of shed antlers. They're all replaceable, so if you want this one over here, just take that off. And if you want to throw a single on the wall, like I'm going to, I have my big mule deer single I'm going to put on the wall. Let's throw this over here for you guys. Yeah, say you want a mule deer single, you want to switch it out, and just like that, you got a mule deer shed on the wall. So, it's not the right angle, like the whitetail. I really like when the antlers are actually displayed from a side profile. That's why I had the whitetail like I did. This is a big brown single I found this year, and I'm really curious to see how that would set on the wall on an RH1. The RH1 is the single antler mounting kit. All the steps are the same, guys. One thing I love about the product is you can buy extra inserts like this. So that way, if you have, say I have just one mounting kit, but I have, you know, 3 or 4 sets, I want to keep swapping them out. Maybe during whitetail season, I want to throw on a whitetail set. I have those inserts in, and they're ready to go. Extra inserts, definitely something I would recommend. Go ahead and get you some of these if you're gonna order. That way, if you have different sheds you wanna swap out, you're ready to go. Well, instead of bore you with the drilling and the hammering, the same steps for the RH1 to get the single shed on the mounting kit. So yeah, the same exact steps. Let me show you how a mule deer shed looks on the wall. Honestly, I think it looks really good. And I cannot wait to finish these walls with either barnwood or some type of colored textured wood. I think it's gonna look obviously a lot better. But yeah, that's how a mule deer is gonna look against the wall. This is an axis deer set that I did. It was the first one I'd ever used, and I just really wanted to mount my axis set. This is from Hawaii, first set I ever found of axis sheds. And this is a South Dakota whitetail shed picked up this spring. I honestly love how the whitetail shed displays itself against the wall. It just seems to be very like perfect. And this is the set. Honestly, just looking at them from the distance, it's my favorite one up there. I think it looks really good. Just a cool Wyoming mule deer. A set of sheds I found when I was just out of high school, probably 20 years old or so when I found that set. Been sitting on them ever since in the keeper pile. So yeah, there's a bunch of cool products. If anybody is asking about elk or is going to ask about elk, let me just tell you, they're working on it. But just a reminder, if you guys want to buy any of the products off the Rack Hub website, which is rack-hub.com, enter my code ERIC, E-R-I-C, at checkout, and you guys get 17% off. I know that's a super random number, but as we started working together, I said the highest discount you can give the followers, the better, and he can afford 17%. So huge thanks to those guys. Go check them out on their website. The website is in the description box. Let me know what you think. Is this a product you would use? You guys in the market to mount your sheds? Do you have any questions? Drop a comment in the comment box. Guys, you need to check this out. I have already shot the end of this video and was done. Gonna put my tools away. And I was like, how would this thing look with a European mount on it, and would it work? I may need to experiment with this more. It's probably not recommended by the company. I haven't seen anything on their website for mounting European mounts, but on this deer skull, again, that's been laying around doing nothing, right in the dead center, I used the drill bit, put the insert in, and check this out. What? It works. I could probably straighten that out a little bit. That's what I love about these ball joints. You can move them however you want. It's not all the way tight yet, but say I wanted to tilt it. Yeah, I need to get the tools out, but that looks pretty dang good. It's like a free floating European skull. Guys, that looks freaking awesome. What do you know? Life hacks 101 here with Eric Chesser. I'm gonna do more of this, but again, just remember, this is an option for sure. I mean, that's sturdy. That bone isn't going anywhere. But again, I'll let the video roll back where it was. I had to just kind of come back and insert that in here. I wanted to show you guys. All right, guys, that's it from the garage. Like I said, we're really working on getting this thing finished. We've got lights to go up in the ceiling and speakers and a subwoofer. It's gonna be a pretty cool garage, I'm not gonna lie. And then the next step would be to insulate the attic or the ceiling or whatever, sheetrock that and one wall, and then do some type of textured barnwood on the other. Again, thanks for watching. We will see you guys on the next video.